Please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed. Hello, welcome back everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Asha Media TV. My name is Asha. If you're new here, welcome. This is where I like to watch, react, and give my 2 cents about a couple of properties related to sci-fi and fantasy. So in today's video, I am going to be pressing play on episode 5 from the 7th season of Supernatural, and this episode is titled, Shut Up, Dr. Phil. I'm looking forward to watching this episode because, unfortunately, my eye cannot escape the thumbnail on my streaming service, and that is of James Marsters, Spike, okay, from Buffy and Angel, and in bold letters, unfortunately, they show Charisma Carpenter is making a guest appearance. Spike and Cordelia are in the same episode in Supernatural. Okay, I'm gonna try to rein in my excitement because I can't help but wonder, like, are all the Buffy cast gonna have an appearance on this series? Listen, obviously, if you are kind and a nice person, you will not spoil that experience for me. But just keep in mind, for someone who has watched Buffy and Angel, stuff like that is what keeps me motivated to continue to watch the rest of this entire series, right? So if you are watching another reactor that perhaps, they may want to give up, they're at season 9 and they're just like, can I make it to season 15? If they are fans of Buffy and Angel, you can use that as a little bit of a boost, You never know who might show up from other shows that you love. Keep watching. I guess what I'm trying to get at is, it's stuff like this that makes me even more, motivated to stay the course, be consistent, and get through to the end of this series, this 15-season series. It's very daunting for me. Okay, so before I press play on episode 5, I'm just going to kind of recap for myself informally what happened in the last episode, because I'm in the middle of a binge watch process. This is episode 2 out of 3 that I'll be watching. And so in episode 4, Defending Your Life, I learned that the Egyptian god Osiris comes about once in a while to judge people even after they have found redemption and paid their price or paid their, paid for their crimes, so to speak. And that was entertaining to some degree, and they had Joe return as somewhat of a vengeful spirit to shove some guilt into Dean's face, which at this point in time, I won't have answers about that till my reactions are made available to my members, specifically who get early access. And if you want early access, details about that is in the description box below. And so yes, God, the Osiris Egyptian god, and they got rid of him by ramming in a ram's horn into him, and apparently he disappears for hundreds of years. So that's good. But the main thing that I took away from that is Dean is holding, obviously, some guilt about what he did to the Kitsune in episode 3. And he likely won't tell Sam, because the fact that they brought it up again is now part of his guilt complex, or I won't say guilt complex, but his active guilt complex, because Dean has a lingering guilt complex, doesn't he? I mean, he's a very complex character. But more or less, I can see now that they're leading up to Sam eventually finding out about the Kitsune, and all I keep thinking is, okay, so Sam finds out, and then what's Dean gonna do? Is he gonna say sorry? He's likely gonna plead his case that he believed that she should die because she took life, right? But I think his guilt has more to do with the fact that he did it behind Sam's back rather than the actual act itself. Anyways, I'll see what presents itself. Or maybe it was just to bring up the fact that Dean feels guilty. And another interesting thing from the end of episode 4 is that Sam no longer feels guilt because he believes that he's already paid his price for all the stuff he's done, from the torture and from his experience in hell. And I love that, because I like how it shows how you go about your life is going to be based on your perception, your self-perception. And if you are self-hating the way Dean is more inclined to, then a lot of what you experience is going to be revolving around that self-hate. And I do appreciate the fact they're showing the contrast with someone like Sam, who's been through his share of craziness. And he even says in the episode, at that moment in time, despite everything, and he's still seeing hallucinations of Lucifer while he's brushing his teeth, right? He still manages to have the strength, really, because it takes a personal, in my opinion, it takes a personal inner will to make that conscious choice to be like, F it, you know? I don't feel guilty. I'm moving on with my life, and that's that. And, you know, in today's world, with the complications we have in a variety of categories, it's not the easiest thing to do. But I do love the fact that they're having Sam be that anchor for Dean to learn from, because why not? All right. Anyways, I'll leave it at that for now. I'm very much excited to get on to this new episode. So if you're going to watch along with me, let's get to it. If not, skip on over to the afterthoughts portion of this video where I share what I consider to be my favorite scene from this episode. So I got to watch it to see what that's going to be right now. And just in case there could be a small, tiny handful of you who are new here, or you may not remember, I've mentioned in the past that I don't access the episodes from Netflix because I'm in Canada and Netflix Canada does not have the Supernatural episodes. It's only Amazon Prime. And no, I'm not going to pay for a VPN simply to bypass that. Look at it this way if you are disappointed. I'm super excited to see what they're going to bring to this episode, right? Like, are they going to be a character for the rest of the season? I don't think so because they'd be too expensive. But then again, at this point, season 7, budget-wise, I don't know. Anyways, just don't worry about it. And yeah, I just want to say that. For the one person probably who's upset that I know those two are in the episode. Okay, let's get to it, people. Counting down. 3, 2, 1, play. I miss being at a hairdresser. So many businesses have been shut down where I am. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, whoa, oh. Are we gonna have death by hairdryer? Looks like it's leading up to it. Yes! Killer hairdryer! Oh, that's a terrible way to die, though, to be fair. I guess every way to die is terrible. This is... God damn! That's actually horrible. Ding! Human lunch is served. Oh god, oh god, oh god. That's a good scream. Well, I've never seen a death like that on screen, so that's a first. That's a first. There's been some interesting firsts with Supernatural in general, so I appreciate that. Nightmares.
You will kill him.
I won't. I swear.
Makes sense.
Oh, you were out being Lance Armstrong.
That would be biking.
I was working. You were in a town called Prosperity, Indiana.
Has anybody?
2 of their fine citizens died over the past 2 weeks.
You know, one more thing. What's going on with you?
We have had this conversation, Sam.
No, we haven't. See, to do that, we have to sort of speak.
Come on, Dean.
All right, so you might see things different now, call it a runner's high or some crap. But that doesn't mean that something's going on with me, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Sure, because, you know, there's reasons you're being extra douchey. Man, when Dean's at his worst, he's at his worst. But I like how they show it through the things he says. That's how I'm perceiving it. Like, the worse he is mentally and emotionally, he's even more of an asshole, right? Naturally. I think anybody would be.
Yeah, I'm off the road now. Just stop for a quick refuel. Thanks. It'll be my pleasure.
La-di-da-di-da. Just a body in the trunk.
You can't even crank these things past a certain temperature, you know?
If it started to blow a fuse or something, it would have shut down.
Basically, you're saying that this couldn't have happened.
Basically, I'm saying it couldn't have happened.
They must have lost a lot of clients, because I'd be scared to go to this place.
Wait, what kind of a coin?
It's not American. I don't know where it's from.
It was wedged back behind one of those machines. Somebody could have dropped it.
Of course, they don't have pockets in those robe thingies that they make you wear.
Huh.
Okay, so first guess. Evil coin.
So you thinking it must be some kind of hex talisman?
Maybe.
Or that.
All right, pick me up.
Why don't you just run home, Lance?
Dean.
Biking! I think Dean knows, but he just says it to piss off Sam. Get a reaction out of viewers like me. Oh boy, death by porta potty? Ooh, please, please let it be the case, because that will be new for me. Oh gosh. Exploding poop? Oh no. Oh, whoa! Oh, that's, okay, magic for sure. Boom, boom. Oh my god. That's hardcore. Oh, right in the cheek. Oh, brutal. I would have preferred death by porta potty. Like, seriously, he drowns in his own poop or something. Damn. So some kind of magic. Maybe an official magician? Magicians play with coins.
Anything unusual besides nails in the eyes?
Well, we're still trying to figure out where they plugged in the nail gun. Seems there's no generator on the truck.
When you figure that out, let me know.
It's an invisible man. Or woman. Either way, I'm pretty sure it's related to our major guest stars. Another coin! So they're leaving a calling card.
So another victim everybody likes.
Not everybody.
Another physically impossible death. You got any ideas?
Cirque du Soleil.
Oh, yeah.
They just stopped.
So everybody working on this project has died.
Well, not yet. They were working with a developer, a guy named Don Stark.
Don Stark. Why do I know that name?
I'm just thinking of Tony Stark. Ah!
So all the players in this shopping center
So
project.
that's Marsden's character,
Fried,
okay.
boiled, or kebab. He could be next.
Mr. Stark, you had a relationship with all three victims, correct?
Oh, I know them in business circles, I guess, sure.
And you
Hello,
were involved in a,
Spike.
shopping center project. Why'd that fall through?
These things happen. Oh, Jenny. These gentlemen are from the FBI. Jenny Klein, my assistant.
Hi there. I baked you some cupcakes. Coconut.
Oh, give me
You're
some.
Too good to me, Jenny.
I'll see you soon.
How good. I have to remember this goes on YouTube.
You know, could you point me to the restroom? I had a little bit too much Java.
Yeah, around the corner down the hall.
Thanks.
I need to snoop around the place, you know.
So, usually in cases like these,
Other cases like these?
What are you gonna find, Sam?
we start out with the basics. Do you have any business rivals?
Sure, tons. Real estate's brutal.
Oh, oh, oh. Witchcraft.
Like I said, success breeds fierce competition, but in the end, everyone here respects and admires me.
Including your wife?
Sorry, it's just we heard the two of you were splitting up, right? Yeah, that's what we heard.
Yeah, Maggie and I are going through a tough time.
Now, how would you describe the issues between you and your wife?
Just one of those marital misunderstandings, you know.
No, I'm
Okay.
sorry, I don't.
It's one of those vague, hard to define passages.
She's playing his wife. This is amazing.
You're not implying that Maggie was behind
No,
this.
we're not implying anything. We're just saying you should be careful and take her to dinner and apologize.
Yeah, and grovel wouldn't hurt.
Okay, so Maggie has something to do with it. You're not gonna have Charisma Carpenter play a nobody.
You know, if she's strong enough, just being pissed off is enough to send some pretty bad vibes their way.
Literally kill off everything around her just by PMSing at it.
Oh. Not if you put it that way, Dean. So she's putting curses against people her husband's been involved with? Okay. Something like that. They better not just give her like one scene though, because I know it's expensive, but she's worth the price. Oh, whoa, yeah. Uh-huh. She a witch. She's cursing people.
Mrs. Stark, can I have a moment?
Hello,
Of course.
Cordelia.
Would you mind coming back in, say, half an hour? It's just a really bad time right now.
It's very important that I talk to you.
Of course, and I'm happy to. I'm just in the middle of an emergency, so please come back. Thank you.
Just say you're, I don't know, make up something. Oh, yes, do that. That gets the message across. Oh, no. He didn't close it properly. She's gonna notice the door is kind of ajar.
Spoiler alert, Ginny Klein's next. Swipe her photo off a hex deck, but Maggie's gonna know she's gone eventually.
Like now. Oh, I want to see her do some hexing. Woo. Oh, cupcakes. I had a baking phase where I was making that stuff almost every single week.
Putere magie nere, te condone,
Oh,
la
God.
sufferenza și morte.
Morte. Dead. She's gonna die by her own cupcakes. Oh my goodness. What the hell is that? Is it a heart? Oh my god, that's disgusting! But ingenious. I would have never imagined that.
Find coins now.
Oh, right. It's a fucking coin. Like, where do you... Could be anywhere. Of course, Sam finds it. Looks like her baking days are over. I would never, ever bake again.
Oh my god. What just happened?
You were hexed.
Hexed? Who are you people? What the hell do I do?
What you do is you go in there and you pack a bag, you get in your car, and you go.
Yeah. You just ate a beating heart, honey.
You might want to cool things with Don Stark.
Don Stark? What are you talking about?
You and Don, you know.
Oh?
Don my boss. That's it. He's married, for God's sakes.
Good, you got principles.
Me and Dawn Stark. Ew.
That too. Not to say he's ugly. I'm just saying, like, it's nice and refreshing that they have a woman not be attracted to her employer.
Dawn.
Where's my wife?
You mean the one who's divorcing you?
Sue, I know you can hardly wait until I'm out of the picture. And I know it's been a thrill whispering lies into Maggie's ear.
Oh, but they weren't lies. Were they, Dawn?
Interfering nosy friends.
You know what, Maggie, I think I'm impatient. And you've had your fun. It's very creative, the thing with Wendy, but, you know, enough is enough.
I'm watching Cordelia and Spike on screen together, people. It's supernatural.
Maybe if you'd been around a little more. But between the art and the charity and that evil bitch, Sue, I was edged right out of your life.
There was 3 of us in this marriage. Me, you, and your ego. That was the problem, Dawn.
2 FBI agents came by, asking questions.
Hunter, sweetheart. That's what they are.
So she knows about hunters. He knows about hunters. Okay. Oh gosh. Right on time for our boys to see it. I guess that's what you get when you marry a witch. Did he know she was a witch before he married her? He's not even scared.
See, I told you. Everything's perfect.
Yeah, you just reminded me. I have to check on the finger sandwiches.
She's more than a friend in waiting, isn't she?
Oh,
What's that?
chicken feet, just like the recipe calls for.
Chicken feet!
Put your fridges down.
In my culture, we make chicken feet soup. It's really good.
To us. I couldn't have done it without you.
To us.
Yeah, that's a reaction. So he set that all up? How did he know she'd get that particular drink, though? Oh my god.
No. Not my paintings.
How is that happening?
He knew what this meant to me.
Do you mean Dawn? Dawn rigged all this?
Yes.
But how?
Okay, so Dawn is not... Dawn has powers too, somehow. What? He beheads her? With the friggin' serving plate. Yo, they're both supernatural. Okay, that's even better. Like he's a warlock, she's a witch kind of thing? I use those terms, but maybe I think in Supernatural, witch is witch. It's gender neutral, right?
Yeah, I don't guess she'd do this to her own option.
No, obviously it was someone who hated her guts and wanted her party trashed.
Dawn Stark. Means we got not just one pissed off witch, we've got 2. It's full on War of the Roses. Yeah.
2 that are married and at odds in their marriage. This is effed up for real. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about this character. Somehow he's gonna end up, I don't know, ruining their plans or something.
We are so having it out right now.
Yes.
Divina virtute in infernum eam detrude.
Let me guess. Chicken feet?
Oh my gosh, this is awesome!
Putera magie negra.
Plan B. What's plan B, Tony?
La sufferenza.
Now? Really? This is obviously a domestic dispute, so if you can't...
That Leviathan guy, he might jump in, right?
Yeah, you know what? Not my area.
Okay.
Maybe it's punishment. Maybe it's sick, messed up, erotic, kinky, clamps and feathers kind of loud.
Okay, that's going way too far.
Nice try, though.
When a relationship cracks, usually both parties have a hand in it.
Indeed.
You're defending him.
Okay, look, nobody can defend Don. Right? Totally.
I guess talking this out is not gonna work.
I gotta say, I don't think Don was lying when he said he regrets the whole Wendy thing.
Sit down, come on.
Pick your words wisely.
I think the only thing he regrets is getting caught.
Wendy was nothing to me. It was over as soon as it started.
She was part of a pattern, okay? I've had 800 years of this.
800 years.
That 1492 ring any bell?
The man was about to set sail. He could possibly fall off at the edge of the earth. I took pity.
I made a mistake.
You gotta find the right thing to say here. If it's gonna help at all.
Guys, you're talking. All these years, you buried your anger and your disappointment. Till it tore you apart, all you needed to do was talk.
And I would have missed the nuking that my melon just took. Who wants that?
Oh.
I've been crushing on you since forever. You're the woman I want to never grow old with.
I could never murder you either, Dawn.
Wonder how and when they met.
True.
Okay, there you go. Couples therapy. That's it. That's okay. They just resolved that like that. Okay, all right. At least they're alive.
That's not over yet.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Hi, Sam. Hi, Dean.
Oh no. Is he gonna infect one of them? I hope it's not gonna be Sam. What the? Great timing? What the hell is he doing there?
Oh, thank you. We owe you.
Good God, what is that thing?
I guess we should be figuring that out.
It is on our to-do list.
You know, find a bottomless pit and drop it in. Spell only lasts for a few days.
It's a spell. Okay.
What are you even doing here?
Apparently saving lives. Twice. Got it.
Oh my god.
She was gonna kill us. We just saved your damn marriage.
You know how she is when she gets a bug up her ass. Gotta love her, right?
That was great. Oh my god. So far, my favorite episode of season 7.
Yeah, he's ready for transport. Just hope you got some place you can put him, Bobby. All right.
It's only gonna last a few days, he said, right?
We should hit the road.
Gotta lock him up.
Sam, I am so very, 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 very tired.
Like it or not, the stuff you don't talk about doesn't just go away. It builds up. Like what I was eating at you right now.
There's always something eating at me. That's who I am.
Exactly.
What the hell are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about whatever you're not telling me about.
I killed your teenage crush. Happy now? Is he gonna tell him now?
We're good, right?
We're good.
Nope. Okay, so they're gonna keep drawing this out. That means it's going to be a major reveal for Sam. They're gonna make it very dramatic. Question is when? It's likely going to be at a point where Sam least expects. I cannot wait to rewatch this episode. This was really good. I think you can guess likely what Momoji's score I'm going to give it. All right, so all that is coming up in a second. Best cameo guest appearances ever in this series. Oh my god, so far, so far. This is more than I could have ever expected. Charisma Carpenter, James Marsden, Spike and Cordelia in the same episode, playing married characters in Supernatural. And I can't help but think, or not think, more or less wish for more from Buffy and Angel, I'm hoping to see Sarah Michelle Gellar, David Boreanaz, even Michelle Trachtenberg. I never say her name right. Only because, she's really young at that time, and I could see her jumping in to play a character at some point. Either way, I loved this episode. So you should already know what my rating is, but I'll still say it at the end of this video. All right, now when it came to picking my favorite scene, I was kind of battling between the scene where they're trying to help them out at the end there, which now, okay, I realize that's probably why it's titled Shut Up, Dr. Phil, because it was somewhat of a couples therapy-like situation that Sam, thankfully, was able to coordinate a lot better than Dean, unfortunately. So yeah, I was thinking about that scene versus the gala scene. So I have to pick the gala scene, only because the shock value and the reveal of Donald being a witch himself was really satisfying. I mean, you also have that bestie, whatever, who's trying to get into Maggie's pants ahead. Seeing her beheaded by a tray, the paintings melting, and just having Donald outside in his car looking all evil. The reveal of that was just great, because the way they wrote it as if Maggie was the only witch, but I think the best clue to show that likely it was a duo situation was the fact that Donald wasn't all that surprised when Maggie told him that the Winchesters were hunters. It was like nothing to him. So that should have been my first clue as a viewer that likely he himself is part of the supernatural world. But then again, the way things were played out, you could easily just presume he's a regular guy that married a witch and he's just familiar with witchcraft, right? Right. Anyway, that's my favorite scene from this episode until I rewatch it a few more times, and I might change my mind when it comes to ranking these episodes at the end of the season. So as for my rating, my Ashamoji rating for this episode, it is a solid 5 Ashemojis. Yes, indeed. I can't think of anything that didn't really get me going as to wondering, what's going on. Except for I could nitpick, but I can understand the justification was a budgetary thing. So what I mean by that is it took quite a while before we saw Maggie. She didn't have that many scenes. But I uttered out loud as well, these actors are expensive. For those of you that are not familiar with the business, when you get to a certain point, it costs a lot of money to hire you, and you are paid on many different levels, but you're also paid primarily on how many scenes and how many lines you get in an episode. Okay? So yeah. That is my only tiny nitpick. If I were to nitpick, it's saying that I wish there were more scenes with them. But nonetheless, all the scenes we got is still beyond my expectation, and I really, 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 really love this episode. It's my favorite one of season 7 so far. So, yeah. All right. Well, I've got one more episode to go in my binge watch process, and that's episode 6. So for now, there you have it, my dear viewer. That's my reaction to episode 5 of the 7th season of Supernatural. I hope you've enjoyed this reaction video. Let me know in the comment section which other Buffy alum actors would you have loved to have seen in this episode specifically, and what character would you have liked to see them play? Wherever your imagination takes you, let me know. So until my reaction to episode 6, be sure to check out details in the description box below related to how to get access to my full reaction to this episode, as well as ways you can support this channel if you enjoy what I do here and you want to see me continue to do it as consistently as possible. I'd really, really appreciate the support. So until then, I'm tuning out. Peacing out. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.